Hey everyone, it's Lisa, and today I thought I would go ahead and show you the third one of the Susan Posnick lipsticks. I have it on today and I love it. The name of this one is Dubai, and it's more of, like I said, the sexy nude kind of Victoria's Secret type look. Do a swatch right there, which on my hand it's not going to look the same, and I have it on, no gloss. You can see how glossy it is. I just love these. And the lip liner, normally I would just put it on and just grab a lip liner and just go, but I really wanted to look through a lot of mine and see, I wanted the perfect pinky brown type color, because I didn't want to take it too brown, I didn't want to take it too pink, and I think I found a really good one. It is the Bobbi Brown Brownie, and this is a good lip liner anyway, but I'll show you how well it goes with it. And I did put a little bit of this on before and a little bit after, just to define the edges of my lips. And I just think it is a wonderful nude. And I've worn these all week now and a little bit last week, and they wear well, they stay on. They moisturize your lips. I just think that you can't go wrong, and I believe the price is right too. I think they're about $19, which is so much better than YSL or Chanel or Dior. So I just wanted to show you that, and then I was going to do an outfit of the day, and I was going to do just a quick little vlog. Nothing big, because really I could go on and on about some of my opinions, but you don't need to hear all of them. But I did have, after my Sunday blog, I had someone leave a message on my profile that said, weren't you married before? Aren't you divorced? And don't you think it's important for him to look his best too, or something like that? And I kind of got the idea that maybe that I'm trying to be a marriage counselor or something. Hey, hold on. It was for Brooke. And that's certainly not it at all. I'm not, sitting here trying to say my relationship is perfect. But I do have a lot of questions, about relationships, because I am extremely happy, and I have been in an extremely unhappy marriage. So I recognize the difference. And I am going to just tell you a little bit about my first marriage. Not too much, because this is a makeup channel. But just to kind of explain and give you a little bit of background, I had the same boyfriend all through high school, my first love, and broke up with him when I was around 19. Then I started dating another guy who ended up being my first husband, and I had gone to high school with him also, but not dated him then. And, ended up dating him, and got engaged and got married at 22. He was 22 and I was 22. And, everything I thought was peachy. But even looking back, I can see all the red flags and the mistakes, because in my head, he was, kind of opposite from my high school boyfriend. And in my head, I don't know why I was thinking that I had to pick one or the other. I don't know why I wasn't thinking about all the other guys and men out there, but I think a lot of what it was is that I wanted to be married. And so we got married, and I can tell you, when I hear people say that marriage is work and it's, marriage is tough and all that stuff, I just don't feel that way. I mean, I do think that, you have to be able to give and take and be understanding and everything like that, but I know that when I was married the first time, it was work. I mean, I would cry, everything. And the reason was not because I didn't love him or he didn't love me, or because I didn't wear makeup, or, any reason like that. I can honestly tell you, when I was married to him, I took care of myself. I, paid him a lot of attention. I did, I really, doted on him just like I would anybody I was with. And it didn't make a difference, because, and a lot of you young girls that ask me, how do you know if they're the one, or how do you find the perfect person, or whatever, I could go on and on about that. There's a lot of things, but the thing you need to keep in mind is, don't find the person who you're attracted to and then try to make them into who you want to spend the rest of your life with. What you first need to do is figure out what you want for the rest of your life. What do you want? What do you consider happiness? What do you consider, your perfect future as far as children, where you live, your lifestyle, and then look for that man that wants the same thing. Then see if you're attracted to him and if you're compatible. Don't just go find a person and then, pretend you like camping when you don't, pretend you like this when you don't, because that's what happened with my first husband and I. When you're 19, of course you like all the same things. We were, just, I hate to say partying, but basically partying, even though I've never been a drinker. He kind of was. He liked to party. He liked that fast pace, drop everything and go. Even when we got a little bit older, we had what seemed like it all. He made really good money. I drove a brand new Corvette. He drove a brand new car. We had a brand new house. But we were still so unhappy because we were growing apart. And I wanted the family, the children, the calm, happy come home from work atmosphere. He wanted the, he would call me, at 12 o'clock and say, get our bags together. We're going to get on a plane and head to Atlantic City at 2. And I would have to call my work, and he wanted to go out every night of the weekend. He wanted to go out on weeknights, even though he had to get up at the crack of dawn. Where he saw himself in 10 years was not the same place that I saw myself. So what we would do is we would give and take. So maybe he would bend and stay home with me on a Friday night or go to something, a family function or something on Friday night, and then maybe on Saturday night I would do something that I really didn't want to do and go stay out till 2 o'clock in the morning. And then at the end of the day, and when you wake up in the morning, you have those kind of resentful feelings. Whether you know it or not, you are not living the life that you want to live, and it's not anyone's fault. So that's basically what happened to us. Is it wasn't that we weren't attracted to each other. That was, I think, what basically kept us together. I loved him, he loved me, I was attracted to him, he was attracted to me. That fire and spark was always there. What kept us apart was what we wanted out of life. And it doesn't mean that what I wanted was wrong or what he wanted was wrong. It was just we wanted two different things. And it is so hard to make it work when both of you are constantly pulling to do one thing or the other. So here again, I'm not trying to be an expert. I'm just telling you what I have learned. And throughout that breakup, I suffered terrible, depression, just sadness, to the point where I don't know if any of you have gone through something like this where you can literally not stop crying. I would go to sleep and wake up crying and have to put my makeup on somewhat and go to work. And I have a couple of things that I want to kind of tell you about too to get through that, and I'll have to do that on another video. I'll tell you, I'm going to write a book. I think crazier things have been done, and if any of you, I have no idea how you would write a book. If any of you have any suggestions, because I really think that I've been through kind of the ups and downs of relationships, and I have some advice. So, So I'll go back to, it's not that I don't believe in the things that I've said. I just think that you have to have that that good foundation for it to work. So all of you girls that are out there, I remember watching the Kardashians one day or one night, and Bruce said to Courtney, I think it was when her and Scott were going through that hard time in Miami, I think, and he said, this is the best time when you're dating. That's as good as it's going to get. That is the best time. And I really know what he means. And I'm not saying that there isn't better times, like having your children and just all the wonderful things that you experience in life with someone that you love. But if you're dating and you're arguing all the time, you're crying all the time, you're constantly having that resentful feeling, you are constantly having to work at your relationship, you are constantly breaking up and getting back together, you really need to think about it. Because when it's right, when I found John, I can remember some guy, we were out downtown at, going out somewhere, and he was kind of behind me. We were some friends, and this guy stopped him and said, "Hey man, you better watch out for that girl. She's wanting to get married and have kids." Because I guess, you know, at 27, I don't know what I was supposed to be wanting, but he thought that was something he needed to warn John about. And John said, "Well, you know, she's found the right guy." And that just speaks volumes, because when I started dating John, I laid it right out there. I want to be married. I want to be a stay-at-home mom. I want to have children, of course. You know, I did not hide what was important to me, because at that point I knew, you know, my first husband, when I would say, you know, when are we going to have a baby? He would tell me I'm the baby. And luckily I was smart enough to know he was not ready to have a baby, and we didn't have any children. And then I got to start fresh. You know, John had been married before too and didn't have children, and he got to start fresh. So we both kind of knew what we didn't want and what we were looking for. And that's why I think it works so well with us. We were engaged, I think, 3 months after we started dating, and we had Brooke. I think it took me about two or 3 months to get pregnant, and we had Brooke. Our first anniversary was February, and we had her in March. So it didn't take long after that, because we knew what we wanted. And plus, this is another thing, you know, I knew after I had separated from my first husband that I wanted someone much more mature. So I dated older guys. John's 10 years older than I am, and I dated guys that were 12, 14 years older than I was. So that was something I learned too. The biggest thing you can do, the biggest thing, and I did not start doing this until I got older, or until pretty much after that experience, because I can remember all those heartache nights. I thought about my mistakes, and I thought to myself, I am not going to be here again. I am not going to make those mistakes again. And that's the best thing you can do, is learn from your mistakes and listen to your parents. Listen to the people that love you, that have no reason to tell you otherwise, and listen to what they say. So that is just my little explanation that had kind of been bugging me, that, you know, you guys knew that I had been married before, and here I am, you know, giving advice. I didn't want you to think, you know, first of all, I don't want you to think I'm, you know, Miss Perfect marriage counselor, because I realize everybody's situation is different. And I wanted to give you a little bit of background, that it was not that I was walking around with curlers in my hair or not giving him attention. That does not always work. You have to have that good foundation. And when you have that respect, it doesn't matter if John and I get in an argument. It's over, and we wake up the next day loving each other more than we did the day before. And it's respect. It's the fact that I love, not only do I love him, I love who he is as a person. And if you don't have that, you know, if you don't have it and you're already married, you need to work on it. Find out what it is you can do to work on that. And if you are one of these girls out there looking for Mr. Right, do not pretend you like to go out every night if you don't. And if you are young, keep in mind that, you know, when you get to be 25, 30 years old, does your mate want the same thing that you do at 25 or 30 years old? Or is he going to want to still act like he's 19? Because that's basically what happened to me. So I'm going to do a quick outfit of the day, and I'll let you guys go. Today I have on that white skirt that I showed you guys I got from New York & Company. And then this is a t-shirt that you guys have seen before. I got it from Steinmart, but I have seen this brand. It's called Threads for Thought, and I've seen it at Marshall's and TJ Maxx and Ross. And normally I don't like to tuck shirts in, but this shirt is just very, very fitted, and it just kind of wanted to be tucked in. So just my American Eagle belt, the 9 West shoes you guys have seen a million times, but I just love them. And that's it. I'll show you everything else. Okay, for accessories, I have on these little earrings that I got at Express, and no rings, but my wedding ring. I put on some bracelets, some real comfortable, easygoing bracelets. I believe Angelique sent me these from Germany. My blush Fossil watch, and nail polish is the Chanel Intermezzo. 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 And the fragrance I'm wearing today, I tried a new one today of my Bond number 9, and this is the Eau de New York from Bond number 9. This is a little purse spray that I got in the Bon Bon kit. And this is the neatest thing. Here, let me back up. Hate to be too close. When I sprayed this perfume, I first sprayed it in the air just to see what it was going to smell like. And I was like, ooh, that smells good. So I sprayed it a couple times and I kind of walked into it. And then I usually spray my legs or whatever. So I kind of have that scent, but it's not, you know, in my face. And it smells so good. It reminds me, and this is funny, but it reminds me of my granddaddy. And it's my granddaddy that died. It's my dad's dad. He died when Brooke was just a baby. It was before she was even 1. And I used to go to church with him a lot, and it smells, there's something in it that smells like his, I'm not sure if it was an aftershave or a cologne, but that is the best smell and the best feeling. I love when a scent brings back a memory, and I could get choked up right now talking about it, but I was so fortunate. I know that I was so fortunate to grow up with my grandparents because I have the best memories. But so I looked up the Ode to New York to find out what they said about it, and it says it's a fast-paced fruits, flowers, and greens. It's supposed to be kind of a fast-paced scent, just like the New York, you know, New York City, I guess. And that's how it is. It's kind of like a zippy scent. It's not really pine, but it's got something in it that is zesty, but not citrusy. I don't know how to explain it, but it is a really neat, fresh summer. I can't imagine, I don't think I would really wear this on a really cold day. It's perfect for what I have today, a hot, humid day. So I love that. It's just so much fun trying all these fun number 9s. I know I'm so spoiled when it comes to that. Rhonda has spoiled me. So I think that's it. I am going to go today. I'm taking all the kids with me, mine plus 1, to the mall. I'm going to go to JCPenney's and look at those shoes that you guys have been telling me about that are like the ones I have on now. I'm going to look at the natural colored ones. So, and I'm going to just go to a few, maybe Belk's, and of course I'll have to go to Forever 21 with Brooke, and GameStop with Will, and then we'll go eat lunch or do something. So I would hop on here and show you this gorgeous lipstick. I just love these Susan Posnick lipsticks, and I recommend you trying them. The 3 colors I got were South Beach, Dallas, and Dubai. And I honestly think if you had no other lipsticks than these 3 lipsticks, you would be set, because one is this nude that I've got on. The second one, the Dallas, is that, you know, gorgeous pinky, rosy, berry type color. And then the South Beach is that corally, pinky, peachy type color. So you have all of your different colors that you would use. So just wonderful colors. Okay, you know I could go on and on. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.